Let's face it, one of the reasons we absolutely love cloud is at a relatively low cost, we can make sure resources that people need are always available. How do we do this? Well, as we discussed in the previous video, a key to that is spreading our data potentially all around the globe. Yeah, taking advantage of additional regions that are accessible to us with a click of the mouse or just one passage in a script somewhere. So regions and their availability zones I covered with you in the previous video, so there's no need to cover those again, but just understand, as we discussed, this is a key aspect of making sure resources are always available when your customers need them. But another cool thing that we can take advantage of today, and lots of companies are doing this, is cloud bursting. How clever. You use the cloud only when you have to. In other words, you're doing everything on-prem, but then maybe you start running out of storage, so then you start using the cloud. Or maybe even CPU utilization. Your servers are being taxed, so you start using servers in the cloud. Cloud bursting is another great way the cloud can help ensure that resources are available. Now, something that's gaining more and more popularity is the concept of edge computing, and the cloud is taking advantage of this as well. What we're looking at here in this picture is something called AWS Outposts. That's right, a rack of equipment that AWS will send you that moves their cloud services and the cloud operations right into your own data center. So now you're taking your AWS cloud infrastructure and you're moving it right to the edge of your own infrastructure. Pretty amazing, isn't it? And of course, this AWS Outpost is going to be all pre-engineered and pre-configured to be working alongside with the traditional AWS cloud data center. So it's just seamlessly extending the AWS cloud down closer to where you need it. Really incredible. Now, on a smaller scale, by the way, AWS does this with their Snowball product line as well. Now, one of the things that we have to remember, though, is that AWS and Google Cloud and Microsoft's Azure, any cloud vendor that we are working with, they may have issues, of course. Yeah, so one of the great things today is all these major public cloud vendors will offer service health dashboards where we can go and ensure that they themselves aren't having a problem. Yeah, I mean, it's great to have our backups stored in S3 of AWS, but if that service is unavailable, we could have problems. So it's great that these vendors make health reports like this available to us. And for many of them, you don't even need to be logged in as an AWS user in order to see this information. They're all, of course, getting proud of their uptimes and everything else that they're able to achieve now. And I guess they have less of a problem sharing that information. Regardless of whether we have to log in or not, though, we understand the importance of being able to check on the health of the cloud infrastructure itself. Well, thank you so much for watching.